A banker is a fellow who'll lend you his umbrella when the sun's shining, but wants it back again the minute it begins to rain. That was Mark Twain 100 years ago, and it's still as true today as it was then. It was certainly proved true in 2007-8, when the bankers created a crisis and suddenly started demanding their brollies back. I'm Keith Carter, the author of The Umbrella Men, my debut novel, and it's set in the time of the bankers' crisis, 2007-8. You may wonder if it's still relevant, the crisis 10 years later, and it certainly is. We're still suffering the consequences. For example, austerity is one of the consequences of the crisis. The British taxpayer owns most of a large retail bank, RBS. Nobody voted for that. Taxpayers worldwide paid $1 trillion in total to sort out the mess, and yet not a single banker went to prison. I find it amazing. So people have asked if the book is autobiographical, and yes and no is the answer. Certainly parts of it would be recognised, conversations with certain bankers, for example, and a single meeting which took place in RBS's headquarters in Bishopsgate is a little nugget of fact in the book. But in general, it's a work of fiction. I was a banker once myself until I went straight in the year 2000, and so I understand the beast. The other theme in the book is the green economy. The company whose CEO we follow as he struggles with RBS and with the banking crisis in the book is a rare earths extraction company. And it's a sector I chose entirely for plot-driven reasons. But as I got deeper into the research, I realized just how hypocritical we are about green economy. For example, rare earths are vital for such things as wind turbines and electric vehicles. And yet the environmental cost of extracting them from the earth where they come from, which is mostly in China, is absolutely horrendous. Yet it's out of sight, and so it's out of our minds, and so we don't care. So there are many questions raised in this book, and I hope you find it an interesting, challenging and pacey read.